Oh, such a great question. Again, such a good question. So, the various things would be, let's break it down in sequential order: title sequence, production playback,
Hmm.
montage, end titles. So you can sort of bookmark title sequence as something else. Let's just start with title sequences because again, that's a little bit of a specialty thing that I am grateful enough to get to work on often because they often hire title companies that don't even use someone like me. They're just off doing their thing and they're just pulling stuff from wherever and they're responsible for it, even on the legal end, right? But often because we're using footage from the movie, maybe we didn't even use it in the movie, but I've done a great deal of research. I've pulled a lot of stuff. They want to bring me in so I can help populate that kind of thing and then fluff it up. Title sequences are held in a very different legal and financial order. So if it's something we licensed in the movie, we perhaps have the rights to also use it in title sequences. If not, if you're just a title company and you call up for a clip, they're going to maybe charge you triple. This just happened on a project for me. The title company went ahead and contacted a vendor that we all know. And I said to them, after the fact going, well, they go, oh, it's going to be X amount of dollars, a fair high amount of dollars. I go, oh, okay, well, you already contacted them. I'm just saying we're going to use it in the movie. It would have been this amount of money. Um, and they were like, no, 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 we didn't contact them. I'm like, okay, then we can license it for the movie and for titles. So title sequences is done usually, obviously, way after the fact. Then TV playback would be just a scene where, uh, it's just they could be in a bar watching sports, or it could be an important thing like I've been working on Sugar season 1 for Apple, and now I'm on season 2, where it's actually kind of a story point where this guy's like thinking almost in noir clips. And so it's often playback, and what it's saying is important. So playback can happen while they're shooting it. And now they all want to shoot it practically. It's like, we want it on set.
Right,
Some
right.
studio, yeah. And some studios are like, you're not playing it on set unless we have all the clearances, all the actors, all the music cleared. And some are like, okay, let's just do it both ways in case there's any trouble. So that's playback. It could be very incidental. It could be super incidental. And even then you'll get like directors that are like holding on to, I'm like, it's background. I mean, there's no nothing. Like, why are you asking for NFL? Like it's $24,000. It's not a story point. We can get you football. It doesn't need to be NFL. So that's playback. And then montages is like a whole other world. It gets very complicated. It could be all historic and news
Give me an
reporters.
example of a montage, Jody. So give me an
Oh, so a
example.
montage
Yeah,
would be when you're cutting together lots of bits of clips to
right.
tell a part of a story. Let's just take like Naiad or even honestly, Eyes of Tammy Faye had huge montages, very long. And so you've got all these historical bits, audio, news, newspaper, and depending on the creative level or the vibe they're going for, they might be cutting in like weird ideas. I mean, I do montages that are like the guy got shot and he's dying and his brain's exploding. And you just give them all this crazy, weird, visual, weird micro and macro and explosions and animal chases. And so it's all these different things, but a montage is really for the purpose of storytelling, um, whether it's something real or something entirely visual or oral. And in that case, it gets really complicated, especially when you're doing things like news footage.